Hello, mobsters. This is the boss of bosses coming to you today with a weekly update. And what an update this is! Very excited about this one. So, we've got the next iteration of the April event, the Easter egg. Now, currently, my team is got the egg, and we are what, in second? Yep, we are just made it into second place. Coochie, Kitty, looks like Cassie and Shotgun, they like held down the fort all night long and just put a stomping down. To the point where like the event had to be changed and the min and max times that people could be sitting at were changed because it was just so OP. Someone being able to attack every minute like Coochie was doing. She was just stacking everyone up on their time. So it required like 4 or 5 people on at the exact moment at the same time to even have a shot at being able to take the egg because she was just attacking too fast. A minute is just too quick of a time. So I did change that today. There might be one other change that I might have to make during this event. I'm assessing that as it plays out, just to prevent any complete like destruction of the event. But hopefully everything runs smoothly. I do have updates after this for sure to make this even better. I do like what has been done, the base attack time. I do like that, and I do like. I think it's more effective than what we did in the fun event. It didn't seem like the minute really did much to slow anyone down. So this seems like a much more effective way of being able to actually defend yourselves, like me and Shorten are currently doing right now. We're defending ourselves, trying to fight the other teams off and keep the egg as long as we can. Where before in the fun event, it really didn't seem like you could stop a team really from getting the egg without like other additional people coming online. So I got an attack, but Kitty or Gennaro have to have attack coming up any minute. So I'm going to save it. So if I see myself go red, attack whoever attacked me, put them back in timeout, and then hopefully save ourselves to be able to move up the rankings. Team Peter Rabbit is dominating right now on time, so there's a long way of catching up to do. So we'll see what we can do. So far, I'm having more fun with this event than the last event. And then the matchmaking, I think, did pretty well. The teams, I think, are all fairly even. They just have different times that they're active, so there's going to be different times that each team is basically going to run amok. But I did post on the message board one way of making it even better for next time when it comes to team events of making matchmaking that actually really evens the teams out. Like there's a key person that if they're on my team compared to another person, then like my team wouldn't have been in last, I think, for the start of this event. Um, so it will make the events even better. And again, every event, like these are still fairly new. There's only been so many. So I will keep working on improving and trying to make the matchmaking as best fit as we possibly can. No, all 3 teams or however many teams there are going to be in the event will be completely even. But these stat wise and activity wise are pretty even. They are pretty good teams. Each team's got like 2 very active people, and then each team's got 1 or 2 mid carders, and then everyone's got that one person that's kind of on the low end of activity. So I think it works out pretty well. We'll see how the event goes, and I'll be monitoring and see what other changes need to be made in the future. Other things that I've been working on, I've been still collecting the data for the underbosses. So in regards to the stealing, so getting the data for that to see what changes need to be made, how to make that more focused on stats. So stats play a larger factor into it. I have some ideas of what I think I'm going to go with, but I want the data to point me in the right direction first, or more so really confirm the direction that I think I need to go with it. Confirm that yes, that is the best course of action. So I've got that going on. I did make a recent improvement to lag. I didn't experience it the first day, but I wasn't online when the post was made. So I maybe that's why I didn't experience any lag. But up until that point, I hadn't experienced lag in a couple months. But the very next day, I did notice that, that few second delay every time of like kind of clicking around. So, and then there were a ton of the error codes. I think it was 502 that would say that your server timeout expired. Now, I actually found out that I'm not the only one that's having that issue. There's another site that I use that gave me that exact same error, but from a different hosting server that they use. So it's not just my site. It's not even just GoDaddy. Something was going on that was causing like the server timeouts to happen. So I haven't gotten one. I don't think I got one yesterday. I definitely haven't gotten one today. So hopefully, whatever the issue was has been resolved, globally, or whatever was affected is now fixed. But I do plan on looking into further improvements to the lag, more so in the next couple months. I will be doing some research and I will be looking for a better hosting site. I do plan on moving away from GoDaddy, which is the current hosting site right now, to hopefully a more reliable, more customer friendly, and a better support staff. Because I've had a lot of issues with trying to work with GoDaddy with fixing any of the issues from them. So I think it's time to move on and upgrade to a better quality server for us. Because I've got a really good server through GoDaddy, one of their top tier levels, and that might not be the issue. It might be some other issue. It might not be the server. It just might be their settings or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is. That's why I got to do some research into the lag, which will be coming. I want to finish these events up. So April is obviously done. It's running through its last thing. Then I'll have May off, and then I'll have to do June's event. In that meantime, I have been working on the chat system. I do have a template working. Now I just need to mold it to be more specific to what I want, get it lined up and where it's going to fall on the page. That chat system for initial release will cover just family chat, and then most likely like event chat. So when you're on a team, you'll have a chat specific to just your team, so you'll be able to just chat in the game. So, but then eventually I will roll it out to be where you can have individual chats with any person you want. Like I could go and start a chat with Anthony Gennaro or Kalina or Minx. So that will be coming. That won't be coming initially. The first thing is I just want to get that family chat going. So that's where that's at. And then I have some other updates. I did spend some time recently to make another big change, which is the one that I am very excited about. So let's go to this page to show you. So the Boss of Boss pages has changed. It used to be a blank family just to kind of show what the max family would look like, and I populated it with some old time players that used to run with the Gatone name back in the days of the other game that some of us came from. So that was the old page. This is going to be the new page going forward. As you can see, we've got myself, Boss of Bosses. Then we have a community manager to be announced and a moderator to be announced. So the community manager, I do have someone that is going to be stepping into that role. It won't be anytime soon. I've got a lot of changes that I'll have to do to get that set up the way I want it, so that way the community manager can really help. I did start a long time ago. I actually started creating like a poll system to poll you guys as players of whatever I needed. I wanted to get feedback from you guys from, and I never finished it. So I want to finish that and give that to the community manager to be able to run with, and some other features and things to make it easier for the community manager to basically feed back information to me and work with all the players and try and make sure that everyone is as happy as can be, and at least if they're not, that their issues are being taken in and all details of that is taken in and then passed along to myself, so that way me and the community manager can work together to resolve the issue and see what we can do differently, and do other fun stuff as a community manager. So that will be announced later on. I do have someone, but today's video is about the first moderator. This person has been with me since the very beginning. This person is something that Maria and myself joke around and say that she's one of my ride or dies. And she's been with the game since the very beginning. Before I even had my own site, I used a friend's site, and he just gave me a tagline. So he had his own website, and then I just had like a hyperlink off of his website, and that's what I used when I first started, and it was called Mafia Box because I didn't even get to pick it. He just picked it. It was like, oh, Mafia, and he just called it Mafia Box. So the first game iterations were called Mafia Box off a weird URL, and it had like a bright blue screen because baby blue is like my favorite color. So why not have that as a background? Seemed logical at the time. So that's where it started. And at that time, I literally was just a login, and you couldn't do anything. I had nothing coded yet, and I still had a few friends from the other game come over with me and start. And this person was one of those first people and has been here ever since. I've known this person for at least about 15 years, and I have, and she's been with this game since the beginning. So I started this game almost 10 years ago. It was August. I had the first URL, and I started working on it. So it's been almost 10 years in the making for this game, and she's been with me this whole time, always supportive, always had my back. Is a fun person, likes to role play, which is what this position is going to focus on, and just been one of the biggest supporters and has made this journey as much fun and possible because of all her support. Support through being there and playing and providing feedback, and giving me that constructive criticism, to make things better. And back in the day, you used to be able to donate to the site and be able to, which helped pay for the server and everything before it really got up and running to make enough money to at least pay for stuff. She always supported the game and supported that and made sure this stayed going. So let's get this rolled out. So there we go. No, that didn't work. Let's try that. Boom. Papetta Maresca. So the one and only Coochie is going to be the first ever moderator of Mafia Omerta. Her position is going to focus on doing the fun roleplay post that I used to do, which I have not had time to do because I'm always working on the next update or next coding or trying to work on the next videos. So I have not had any time to do that since this game has been relaunched. But if any of you played the beta and remember the fun roleplay where we create a scenario and you get to respond live, and then it'll tell you if you passed or failed, which is based on how many times you've gotten a roleplay bonus. So the more you roleplay, the more likely you are to pass at the things that you say that you would like to do. And then the person that's running the thread will be able to respond back saying like the outcome. So you're basically going back and forth telling a story. And I always found those very fun. Unfortunately, I just haven't had time. So Coochie is going to be able to start doing that. And then she's also going to be responsible for giving out roleplay bonus and trying to create some fun topics on the OC board. Maybe even some fun like message board type like games, like the ones where you could put in the next word to the sentence and you create like a sentence or whatever, or a paragraph. So fun stuff. She's going to focus on having fun on the message boards. So that's the main goal. Try and bring up some chatter into the game and bring that to where it should always have been, but has been kind of neglected. So she's going to fill that role for me. And I am so appreciative that she actually said yes to this. I'm so excited. I'm very excited about this because she's going to be able to do this, which is something that I have not been able to do myself. So filling that gap is huge for the game. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for us. So I look forward to her getting that going. She'll be getting her information today to log in. Now, the moderator is an admin account. It can't fly out of Ellis Island. It can't see anything. Literally, the only thing that it basically has privileges to is just the message board. So no worries about any kind of manipulation or anything like that. So there is two. She will have two accounts. She'll have her normal account, and then she'll have this admin account. And let's see where this takes us. And I have updates and plans for the special role play threads that I do. I'm going to bring it, keep eventually I'm going to go back to it and then bring it to the next level. It's going to eventually include fun mini games to boost, like you'll have role play stats, and there'll be fun mini games to play that will help boost your stats, like being stealthy, accuracy, even intimidation, whatever. There's going to be different different stats than your main stats, and they're going to be your specific to your role play stats, and that will determine what you're successful at. So you have to select, do you want to be stealthy or do you want to go in brute force for the story, and then based on your stats, if you're successful or not, and then just keep evolving that to be this really fun and engaging story. So again, I'm so thankful for Kuchi for accepting. I hope you all look forward to the fun that we should be starting to have on the message board, and to the future of the game and onward and upward. So, as always, thanks for playing Mafia Omerta. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, share this video. We are trying to grow. That is the goal. We've got, last time I checked, we had 64 subscribers on YouTube. Goal's 1,000. Got a long ways to go there. And then we had 30 players log in the last 24 hours, and the goal is 100. So we're pretty shy on both those goals. So let's get it popping. Let's share the news, share the game, share the YouTube channel. It all helps the game grow. The more players we can get in here, the more fun we can have. So thanks for playing Mafia Omerta. You guys have a great day. Bye.